If your automations keep breaking and your CRM just feels like more work to deal with, then you're probably making this one critical mistake, and it's not what you think. The mistake isn't choosing the wrong CRM. It's trying to build it without a clear strategy. And the reason why this is a mistake is because you end up with a system that is difficult to use and might even create more manual and repetitive processes than before the transition. Here's what we hear all the time from law firm owners. I have set up my Lawmatics 6 months ago and it's just sitting there. Or, every time I try to update something, something else breaks. What's really happening is this. Most onboarding from software vendors skips the real strategy. They show you where all the buttons are, what are all the features, and then that's it. But nobody is asking the right questions. For example, what do you want your CRM to do today, a month from now, or a year from now? Who will be responsible and own the system once it's actually deployed? What is currently not working in the current process? What ends up happening is that firms go into setup mode without even fully understanding how all the pieces work and fit together. Hey there, my name is Martin, and I've scaled my law firm from 5 to now more than 40 staff members and added more than 1 million in annual profit by building a more efficient and scalable practice with technology. And now, with my new company Swans, I'm on a mission to help more law firm owners do the same. And that starts with providing you with free content just like this to make sure that you don't set up yourself for failure. So here's the shift. The best CRM is not the one with the most features. The best CRM is the one that your team actually uses. And that means that you need to build out the system not around all the features that it provides, but around your actual firm's processes. Here's an example of how Dana, a law firm owner that we worked with, has properly set up her CRM as she was facing these issues, which, by the way, are quite common. Her leads weren't getting followed up with. Process was manual and the staff was forgetting to do so. Tasks were not getting completed that were assigned to staff members, for example, for following up via the phone. Information wasn't adequately collected. Once the P&C has been converted, the case managers then needed to go back and the paralegals need to go back and ask the clients for missing information. Intake forms were sent out late, meaning that they weren't filled out all the time. There was no efficient way to conduct conflict checking. The firm owner was just doing it really in their heads, which obviously can lead to human error. And lastly, engagement agreements were sent out late, sometimes hours and days after the consult has happened, leading to lower conversion rates. And all these challenges are manual and repetitive tasks. And what's great about manual repetitive tasks is that they can be automated. So here's what's changed. I'll walk you through the full system that we have set up for her CRM. Obviously, there is no actual client data over here. We just use sample data to preserve confidentiality. Let's start with the first touch point, right? So whenever a lead reached out to the firm, we first of all set up website forms to track the leads coming from the website. If they were coming from some other sources, we actually created an internal form for the staff can fill out, for example, when they receive a call, which would work in a very similar manner. Then this would add all of the information that they have provided, either by the phone or from the website, into a pipeline, and they would get automated thank you for contacting us emails and follow-ups. And additionally, if the P&C hasn't booked the consult, tasks were automatically assigned to the relevant staff members to follow up manually via phone, and email reminders were sent out. As for the next step, some basic intake, collecting basic information about the case, we have designed pre-filled internal forms that would already contain all the information we already have about the lead, so that the staff members don't have to again fill out that redundant information, which they could easily follow and make sure to qualify the clients to see if they're actually a fit for the practice. These forms contained as well conditional logic. So, for example, if there's different marital status, if there's 1 or 2 clients, it accommodated for all those different scenarios. And a lot of times, to make sure that the system like this works properly, the devil is really in the details. And that's why it's so important to actually map out the process before implementing it to make sure that you can account for those different edge cases. After that, automated conflict checks were performed on all the information provided, making sure that we are tracking not only the actual client, but also potentially related parties, such as their spouse or a second client, and making sure that we check against all of the data that we have inside of a CRM and not just rely on human memory to conduct these conflict checks. After that, as for the consultation scheduling, we have set up an online calendar, which either the team or the actual PNC could use to easily select the next available appointment with the firm. Once that has happened, the system would automatically update inside of Lomatics, and then the lead as well obviously would be getting automated follow-ups by email, SMS of the appointment, and be sent the intake form, which they can fill out before the appointment, together in this case, for example, with a worksheet for estate planning, which was optional in their process. Obviously, once they fill out the intake or the questionnaire, all the data is synced back into the CRM, and the relevant fields that are tracking that are updated. After that happens, a post-consultation, again, the staff, in this case the attorney, has a very easy short form to fill out, which just details the main terms of the matter, such as how many clients it is, what was the consultation outcome, what was the scope, what type of billing will it be, what will be the fee, etc. And then based on all of that, the engagement agreement is automatically generated, again, following conditional logic, again, devil is in the details, and the status of the matter is updated to engagement agreement sent, so we can properly track its status, right? The client gets the engagement agreement and the payment link email, and tasks automatically assigned for staff members to follow up in case the agreement is not signed in a particular time frame, in addition to automated email and SMS reminders to the PNC. Once the PNC has completed the signing of the engagement agreement, and which they obviously can do via phone or via or actually in person using a tablet, if the consultation happens in the conference room and they want to sign straight there and then, to make sure that the whole process is followed in the same way both for in-person signings and for electronic signings. It is then automatically converted into the client. The person gets an automated follow-up in the form of a welcome letter, welcoming them to the firm, and it is automatically synced with the case management system, including any of the files that you provided during intake and any of the fields, relationships, etc. that has been defined during the intake process, so the team can then very easily hand off to the service delivery phase. And as you can see, this isn't just some theory. We have done this with dozens of law firms: estate planning, PI, criminal defense, you name it. Whether you're running contingency fee, flat fee, or hourly fee firms, this stuff works. See, it isn't about the tech, it is about the system that you create with it. If you want to start building a more efficient practice today, then join our free legal tech community, where I'll be sharing the board that I've used throughout this video, so you can start implementing some of these strategies for your law firm. And if you would like some more personalized guidance from my team and myself, then feel free to book an initial consultation call with us down below. The link is in the description. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope you got value. Like and subscribe to see more of content like this, and have an amazing day.